Starting with M's, we're talking about some of the channels I like again.
Oh, well, people need to be awake and they need to be aware.
Alright. Now again, this is from, I'm going to put the actual link to this in my description of these videos, but so this is on my blog that I don't really use. And these are channels that I like, that I recommend. I couldn't fit everyone on here. I'm sure there were more channels. I did what I could. I had to kind of fold back a little bit because it was actually like too many and I didn't want to overwhelm people. So if you get all of these channels and you need more channels, let me know. Let's see. Magdalene Rose. So she is more popular on Twitter, but she does eventually put most of her videos on YouTube. Her basic shtick is advising what the GOP should do to get the youth vote. So that is her main line of topic. And then it's kind of like whatever happens in the news or different things that she thinks of, how that relates to how we should get the youth vote in. And she's also talked about how internationally the conservatives are actually doing a better job of bringing in their youth. She's very critical of like Turning Point USA and a lot of, especially as a larger organization. Now, originally, and this is one thing I've heard from other people, she's talked about how early on, I believe she named Turning Point, but I know that quite a few, not a few, but I've heard other YouTubers say this, where after they start to lift off, they get an email being told, and it's always the same wording when they tell this stuff, and I don't think these people know each other, which is why I believe this to be true, that if they cover certain things, they can be helped along in their career. And the phrase helped along is, they always use that. So I believe Turning Point or one of these other big organizations had reached out to her. They didn't like that she wanted to cover stuff that wasn't on this like pre-approved list. And a lot of these people that blow up quick, I actually don't think Don't Walk Run that I covered earlier, he blew up very quickly, but I think he was just lucky. I think he had one video that blew up, and then people just started recommending his content. There are other people on here that I think could be in that category. In particular, I would say in particular, channels that I believe are being helped along would be channels that are run by like younger people. Younger YouTubers are the ones that I believe are getting help. In particular, YouTubers who are young and non-white. Magdalene is, I think, half Indian, half white, she said one time in an interview. Indian, I know this is very unpolitically correct, but people say dot or feather. So when I say half Indian, I mean dot. Meme. Very hilarious channel. He does animations, and he has NPC University where he makes fun of these like students that want to go out and protest. And of course the NPC is non-playable character, which basically refers to somebody that doesn't think for themselves and just gets their like programming indoctrination and just goes with it. So he makes fun of them. You always get the feel that he's a MGTOW, but it's not too bad. But maybe if that's your thing, you might be interested in his channel because of that. Meme the Left, that's an Australian who, he's kind of similar to, I covered earlier, Conservatarian Curator. He covers everything that comes out in the news. Not everything, but a lot of stuff that comes out in the news, he'll make a video about it. So he puts out a lot of content. So, I would say subscribe to him. So, and he covers, I know I said he's Australian. He covers a lot of stuff that's like American topics. So, and he's always like, I hope you're having a crockin' day. Anyway, so I sub to him and I find him interesting. Mr. Reagan, I don't really agree with a lot of his opinions, but he does some really good research. He did a video that blew up. His subscriber count like doubled over a weekend. So he released a video on, I think, a Friday morning, and by like the end of Sunday, his subscriber count was basically doubled. But it was a video about AOC. So, I should do more videos. I should do videos about AOC because it seems like people have had their channels blow up doing videos about her. And actually, Meme the Left, his channel blew up doing videos about, what's her name? Alyssa Milano. So he covers a lot of like celebrities acting like cringy. He calls them leftist wankers. Like last night he did a leftist wanker goes after leftist wanker, and it was like Alyssa Milano and what's his name? Oh, creepy porn lawyer. What's his name? Albanati. The two of them apparently got into it on Twitter. Neo Unrealist, I don't think I've seen anything from him lately, but sub to him anyway. He does like miscellaneous content. I guess similar to a lot of channels. New American, I mentioned them earlier. So that's John Birch Society. Definitely has a very anti-communist bent. A lot of good information that they will get into. And really good research, really good background, because that's what they do. They do heavy research into the Communist Party, or the various communist parties and the various communist organizations, and they'll tie what's going on in the news. Both channels are very similar. I think they might even be the same people that make videos. Like Christian Gomez, I know, is one of the guys who makes videos for, I think he makes videos for both channels. But so they'll cover what's going on in the news, but they'll tie it into some really deep information about historical stuff that happened like in the 60s that communists have done in the past. Really good, well-researched information. Just definitely should subscribe to them. No Bull. So that channel, he's pretty good. He used to do a lot of videos about South Park and how it tied to politics. He hasn't been doing that as much. He does a lot of like, he'll do like, if a movie maker makes a video and it has an SJW bent, so he'll do a lot of like pop culture being tied to politics, and so he's more cultural than straight politics. And sometimes he's behind the scenes, but so that's the kind of stuff he covers. One American News Network. It's actually a cable news network, but they're not available everywhere. And Liz Wheeler's show is probably the best. So you can sub to just Tipping Points, Liz Wheeler's Tipping Points, by searching Liz Wheeler and channel, or you can do One America News Network. I don't know, I watch everything with Liz Wheeler, and I watch some of the other stuff of OANN, depending on the topic, really. So, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest in another video, since I'm at a breaking point here.
People need to be awake and they need to be awake and they need to be aware. They need to stand up against the stuff. People need to be awake. People need to be awake and they need to be aware. They need to stand up against the stuff.
And it's so politically engaged. And it's so politically engaged.